So the next topic which we will discuss is electric field Gauss law applied to a differential volume element. Okay, so till now we have applied Gauss law to the symmetrical charge distributions. Now we are applying Gauss law to a small differential volume element, and from that we'll obtain some of the results, some of the important results related to Gauss law. Okay, so the concept that we will learn today is application of Gauss law, applying Gauss law or application of Gauss law to a differential volume element, applying Gauss law to a differential volume element. Okay, what I am trying to do is I want to find the divergence of the electric field due to a charge distribution. In order to understand this, I want to apply Gauss law to a small volume element. Okay, let us consider a small volume element which is available in the free space like this. This is a small volume element which is available in the free space. It looks like a cube. For my better understanding, I am considering a small cubical element as a differential volume element, and you have some field in the region. Let us assume the field is like this. Let us assume the electric field or electric flux density, whatever it may be. So let me assume the electric field intensity as Ex X bar plus Ay bar plus Ez Az bar. Okay, so this is the electric field which is available in the region where I have the differential uh, element considered. Okay, so this is the electric field in the region, electric field available or present in the region, available in the region. Now what I want to find is the surface integral for this differential volume element with this field. Okay, means what I am trying to find is the surface integral of this field for this volume element. Okay, I want to find this, what is its value for this differential volume element. Okay, so let us consider this as the y-axis and this as x-axis as usual and this as z-axis. Okay, so this is y, this is x, and this is z I am considering. And also let us assume this small variation in x as dx and the small variation in z as dz. Similarly, the small variation in y as dy. Okay, so dx comma dy and dz are the variations in x, y and z. These are the variations along x, y and z I am considering, and I want to find for this surface this closed surface integral of E dot ds. How can I find? It is the summation of 6 integrals, because how many surfaces are there for this cubical element? You have 6 surfaces. One is the front surface and another one is the back surface. Next, top surface, bottom surface, and this is the left surface I am assuming, and right surface I am assuming. Okay, so what is left surface? left surface is this one. This is the left surface. What is the right surface? I am assuming this as the right surface. Now between the left surface and right surface there is a variation of dy. There is a variation of dy. Let us find E dot ds for the left surface. Let us find E dot ds for the left surface, and it is given by for the left surface. It here, if you observe, E bar has all the three directions. E bar is along x, y and z. It has all the three directions. Whereas for the left surface, how is the differential surface vector? The differential surface vector is along negative y, because outward normal, always the differential surface vector is drawn as outward normal from the surface. This, if you take in positive y direction towards right, it is inward normal, but we want to draw outward normal, so this is the outward normal, and it is in which direction? It is in negative y direction, negative ay bar. Okay, now take the dot product between these two. You will get E bar dot, let me write the vector completely. What is E bar? It is Ex Ax bar plus Ey Ay bar plus Ez Az bar dot. What is a ds bar? For this surface, if you observe, what is the variation? What are the two variations? One is the x variation, which is the dx, and the z variation dz, and the unit vector is minus ay bar. So I can write this as a dx dz minus ay bar, dot product of dx dz minus ay bar. Now if you take the dot product between these two vectors, ax bar dot ay bar becomes 0, az bar dot ay bar becomes 0 again. You left with only ay bar and ay bar. What is ay bar dot ay bar? It is 1, and you have here minus ey multiplied with dx dz multiplied with dx dz. Now this is the field at this surface, on this surface. Okay, let us assume this point as the point which has the coordinates as x, y and z. Now what I am finding is, what I need to know is, I need to know the electric field intensity at which point x, y, z. Okay, let me write like this. It is minus Ey evaluated at x, y, z. Because I am concentrating only the left surface, I need to know the electric field intensity at the left surface. Is it right or not? So I need to know this value. Okay, so these are the coordinates multiplied with dx and dz. Similarly, if you see for the right surface, which is exactly opposite to the previous surface which we considered, this is the left surface and this is the right surface. If you find for the right surface, it is E dot ds. You have the same vector, Ex Ax bar plus Ey Ay bar plus Ez Az bar dot Ez Az bar dot. What is the vector? What is the surface vector? The surface vector is along positive y direction. For this surface, let me take a arrow point. If you observe, for this surface, the surface vector direction is along positive y. For this surface, the surface vector direction is along negative y. Okay. Now let us do that, and it is dx dz ay bar. Again, if you take the dot product, what you will get? You will get ax dot ay bar 0, az bar dot ay bar 0, and ay bar dot ay bar has 1. And you left with ey, which what is meant by ey? It is the component of e bar along y direction, multiplied with dx dz. But this component is must be evaluated at which point? At this point. Is it right or not? Now, from this point to this point, what is the only variation which we can observe? If you consider any point on the left surface and consider the same so the same normal point means exactly opposite to that point in the right surface, you can observe only the variation in y for all the points. You don't observe any variation in x and z. Hence, what we need to do is we need to evaluate ey at which point? X comma, there is only variation in y. So what is that variation? Y plus dy, and you don't have any variation in z. So it is nothing but the electric field means the component of electric field intensity along y direction evaluated at xyz, and this is nothing but the component of electric field intensity along y direction evaluated at the point x, y plus dy comma z, okay, multiplied with dx dz. Now add the both integrals, it is surface integral of left e bar dot ds bar plus surface integral of right e bar dot ds bar is equal to first you need to evaluate ey at point x and y plus dy and z multiplied with dx dz minus ey evaluated at x y z dx dz. Considering the mathematical analysis that we have done here, we can write the summation of the remaining four integrals. Similarly, considering this analogy, for the top and bottom, if you observe, what is the top surface? This is the top surface. Is it right or not? What is the bottom surface? This is the bottom surface. So for the top and bottom surfaces, what is the only variation which we can observe? We can observe the variation in z. We don't observe any variation in y and x. And what is the area of this top surface? The variation is dx and another variation is dy. So for the top and bottom surfaces, the surface area is dx into dy. Let me write for the top surface E dot ds bar plus for the bottom surface E dot ds bar is equal to, you will have now, what is the component you have? You have now z component evaluated at x, y, z plus dz multiplied with dx into dy minus ez component evaluated at x, y, z multiplied with dx dy. Similarly, for the front surface and for the back surface, for the front surface e bar dot ds bar, evaluating this and adding it with for the back surface e bar dot ds bar, and it is given by, if you observe from the front surface, okay, the front surface is like this. Let me draw it separately, and the back surface is like this. This is the back surface. Now between the front surface and back surface, what is the variation which we can observe? Dx is the variation. Okay, we have moved from the back to front or from front to back. Okay, now what is this integration, summation of these two integrals? It is Ex evaluated at x plus dx comma y comma z. What is the area of this vector? It is dy multiplied with dz. Hence it is dy multiplied with dz minus Ex evaluated at x, y, z dy dz. If you add all the six integrals, if you add all the six integrals, it is nothing but closed surface integral of E dot ds, E dot ds. Okay, let me add all the six integrals and write this as completely closed surface integral of E dot ds. How can you obtain this? Finding E dot ds for all the six surfaces and adding them together, you will get the total surface integral of E dot ds. Okay, and it is given by, let us see the first one. First one is Ex evaluated at x plus dx y comma z minus Ex evaluated at x comma y comma z total multiplied with dy and dz plus Ey evaluated at x comma y plus dy comma z minus Ey evaluated at x, y, z multiplied with dx and dz plus Ez evaluated at x, y, z plus dz minus Ez evaluated at x, y, z multiplied with dx dy. Okay, now from this entire summation I am just taking the product of dx dy dz as common. If I take the product of dy dz as common, you left with this term Ex evaluated at x plus dx comma y comma z minus Ex evaluated at x, y, z divided with dx. Is it right or not? Plus, tell me what is the expression which you will get? Ey evaluated at x, y plus dy comma z minus Ey evaluated at x, y, z total divided with dy plus this is Ez evaluated at x, y, z plus dz minus Ez evaluated at x, y, z total divided with dz. If you take this as common, you will get this as the terms summation. Okay, and this is the surface integral of E dot ds bar. What is this? This is the volume of this small differential volume element. How can you get the volume? dV is equal to, for this small differential volume, dV is equal to variation in dx multiplied with variation in dy multiplied with variation in dz. So in place of dx dy dz, what I can write is dv. I can send this term here, so you can get here the surface integral of E dot ds divided with dv, it is equal to, what is this term? What is this term? It is the component of Ex evaluated at x plus dx y comma z and x, y, z. What this term mathematically gives us the variation of Ex with respect to X. Is it right or not? So I can write mathematically this difference between the field intensity evaluated at x plus dx and evaluated at x, keeping yz as constant, as the partial differentiation of ex with respect to x. Okay, so dou ex by dou x plus, this can be written mathematically as dou dou ey by dou y, and this can be written mathematically as dou ez by dou z, dou ez by dou z. Now this is see what is this, how we got this. We got this after finding the surface integral of the field, the surface integral evaluated for this field, which is the surface considered here is the small cubical surface. For this entire surface, if you evaluate E dot ds, for all the surfaces, if you evaluate E dot ds and divide this with the volume inside this surface, means this surface must enclose the volume. So mathematically, this division, which is obtained by taking the surface integral of E dot ds for the closed surface divided with the small volume enclosed by this surface, this is nothing but the divergence. This is nothing but the divergence of E. This is nothing but divergence of E. Mathematically, it is represented like this: del bar dot E bar is equal to, what is the expression for this? It is dou Ex by dou x plus dou Ey by dou y plus dou Ez by dou z. Okay, this is one way of finding the divergence. If you know a closed surface, finding the surface integral of E dot ds for that closed surface, dividing that with the volume, small differential volume enclosed by that surface, you will get the divergence. Another way is, if you know the expression for electric field intensity, by differentiating the electric field intensity expression like this, dou Ex by Ax means differentiation of the component of electric field intensity along x with respect to x, differentiation of component of electric field intensity along y with respect to y, like that dou Ez by dou z. This is called as the divergence of electric field intensity evaluated at divergence of electric field intensity evaluated in Cartesian system, where the coordinates are x, y and z. Okay, you have the expression for the divergence in cylindrical and spherical. Okay, so the mathematical expressions for finding the divergence of a vector quantity at a particular point are very important. So you need to remember these expressions. Okay, now how can I write the Gauss law, how it is related to Gauss law? So we know that Gauss law is given by surface integral of d bar dot ds bar as q enclosed. Is it right or not? Now, how can I write d bar? D bar can be written as epsilon naught E dot ds divided by q. Now, I can write surface integral of E dot ds bar is equal to q over epsilon naught. Is it right or not? If I consider for a small differential volume and divide this LHS term with a small differential volume, you will get surface integral of E dot ds by dv and it is equal to dq by dv multiplied with 1 by epsilon naught, and it is nothing but, what is this? It is the charge per unit volume, which is given by charge density rho by epsilon naught. And what is this expression? It is nothing but del bar dot E bar, del bar dot E bar. Just now we have seen the divergence of electric field intensity. Okay, this is called as a point form of Maxwell first equation. This is a important question which was asked many times in your academic examinations and also useful for your competitive examinations. Okay, so this is the point form of Maxwell's first equation, or else you can send epsilon naught here again, so that it is converted as del dot d bar is equal to rho. Del dot d bar is equal to rho, where rho is nothing but the volume charge density. Okay, in this way we can derive the point form of Maxwell's first equation. What is the integral form of Maxwell's first equation? The integral form of Maxwell's first equation is this one. It is Gauss law. It is the total flux leaving a closed surface, and it is equal to charge enclosed by that surface. Charge can be written as the volume integral of rho dv. Okay, so this equation is called as integral form of Maxwell's first equation. Maxwell's first equation, and this is called as point form of Maxwell's first equation. Okay, so in this way we can derive the integral form as well as point form of the Maxwell's first equation by applying Gauss law to a small differential volume element. Okay, so I told you already, up to now we have applied Gauss law to some symmetrical charge distributions, but now we have applied to a small differential volume element. From that we got a important result which gives us the divergence of the electric field uh, from that small volume. Okay, we'll see in some more detail related to what is the physical significance of this divergence in our next class. Okay, I hope it is clear for you, everyone.